Hey everyone, I'm here to keep you updated on everything that's happening around the world. From breaking news to insightful analyses, I'll bring you daily updates on the most important current affairs. Let's stay informed and engaged together. India ranks 105th out of 127 countries in the Global Hunger Index 2024, with a score of 27.3. This is not just a number, it reflects the harsh reality many face every day. Child wasting is alarmingly high at 18.7%, the highest in the world. Imagine nearly 1 in 5 children suffering from acute malnutrition. Stunting, where children are too short for their age due to chronic malnutrition, stands at 35.5%. Additionally, 13.7% of India's population is undernourished, and 2.9% of children do not live to see their 5th birthday. When we look at our South Asian neighbors Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, they have managed to achieve the moderate hunger category. What are they doing differently? It is like a regional report card, and we are not just at the bottom, but we are far behind. The Global Hunger Index employs 4 critical indicators: undernourishment, child stunting, child wasting, and child mortality. These indicators are essential to providing a comprehensive picture of hunger levels. The data sources for these indicators include reputable organizations like United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, World Health Organization, World Bank, and Food and Agriculture Organization, ensuring comparability across countries. However, not everyone is on board with the Global Hunger Index's methodology. The Ministry of Women and Child Development, India, has raised concerns, arguing that the Global Hunger Index does not use data from the Poshan Tracker. According to the Poshan Tracker, the child wasting rate is significantly lower at 7.2%, compared to the Global Hunger Index's 18.7%. This discrepancy raises important questions about the reliability of survey-based estimates versus real-time government tracking systems. It is like comparing apples to oranges, but both are trying to tell us about malnutrition. First, India needs to integrate real-time data from systems like Poshan Tracker to improve the accuracy of hunger and nutrition estimates. Real-time data can provide a more current and accurate picture of the situation. Next, improving maternal health and nutrition is crucial. By addressing the intergenerational transfer of undernutrition, we can make a significant impact on the health of future generations. Investing in sustainable agriculture and promoting nutritious crops like millets can improve dietary diversity. This is not just about filling stomachs, but ensuring that what people eat is nutritious and diverse. Strengthening social safety nets like the public distribution system and integrated child development services can provide better coverage for vulnerable populations. These programs are essential lifelines for many families. India's ranking in the Global Hunger Index 2024 is a stark reminder of the challenges we face, especially in child malnutrition. By improving data transparency, focusing on maternal health, and investing in sustainable food systems, India can enhance its hunger and nutrition outcomes. Aligning with global targets like zero hunger by 2030 is not just a goal but a necessity. Is it not ironic that in a world capable of producing so much food, so many still go hungry? It is a bitter reminder of the inequalities that persist. In some ways, it is a cosmic joke, but one that is far from funny. Let's talk about a pretty thorny issue today: relations between India and Canada. Right now they're at a real low point, mostly because of this whole row about India's alleged involvement in the killing of Khalistani separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. This isn't just headline news, it's a full-blown diplomatic drama unfolding in real time. So let's rewind a bit. India and Canada established diplomatic relations way back in 1947. And things were looking up in 2015 when they upgraded to a strategic partnership. You could say it was like they decided to start dating seriously after years of friendship. On the trade front, things were going pretty well too. In the fiscal year 2022-2023, India was Canada's 10th largest trading partner, with bilateral trade worth USD 8.15 billion. That's a significant chunk of change. They were even talking about comprehensive economic partnership agreement and early progress trade agreement, big moves to further cement their ties. But guess what? Those talks are on ice right now. Their nuclear cooperation kicked off in 1956, but hit a major roadblock after India's nuclear test in 1974. It's like getting grounded after a big party. They patched things up in 2010 though and resumed cooperation. And let's not forget the people factor. There are 1.6 million members of the Indian diaspora in Canada. That's a lot of people with roots in both countries, including 22 Indian origin members of Parliament in Canada's House of Commons. It's like having extended family living abroad. But as with any relationship, not everything is rosy. Canada's perceived support for Khalistani groups has been a real sore spot. It's like having that one friend who hangs out with people you don't get along with. It just makes things awkward and tense. Then came the bombshell in June 2023, the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused Indian agents of being involved, which India promptly denied. This was like throwing a live grenade into the middle of an already tense situation. Things escalated quickly. Both countries started expelling diplomats. This is a big deal in diplomatic circles, kind of like unfriending someone on social media, but way more serious. Now let's talk a bit about the rules of the game. Diplomatic immunity is defined under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations from 1961. This ensures diplomats are not subjected to local jurisdiction. It's like having a get-out-of-jail-free card when you're playing Monopoly, but for real-life diplomacy. The Vienna Convention also lays out procedures for ending diplomatic relations and withdrawing diplomats. So there's a rulebook for how to break up, which is what both countries seem to be consulting right now. India has pointed out the perceived hypocrisy of Western democracies, including Canada, when security concerns outweigh their commitment to freedoms. It's like calling out your friend for playing by double standards. They say one thing but do another when it suits them. The diplomatic fallout has been immediate reduced engagement and senior diplomats being recalled. It's like the silent treatment, but on a national scale. The economic impact could be significant too. With trade talks on hold, both countries stand to lose out on potential market access and trade opportunities. It's like deciding not to talk to your business partner, definitely not good for business. The rising tensions are particularly concerning for the Indian diaspora in Canada, especially students. Canada hosts 1.6 million Indian origin people, making up over 3% of its population. Indian students make up 40% of all international students in Canada, contributing significantly to remittances. It's a reminder that political squabbles at the top can have very real impacts on ordinary people. Then there's the strain on cooperation in nuclear energy, education, and technology. These are areas where both countries could really benefit from working together. But current tensions are putting all that at risk. So, what's the way forward? First off, both nations need to initiate high-level dialogue to ease tensions. It's time to sit down and have a real conversation, no more passive-aggressive jabs. Canada needs to address anti-India elements, while India should cooperate transparently. It's like both sides need to clean up their act and be honest with each other. Resuming trade talks is crucial to rebuilding economic ties. Business as usual might be the best medicine here. And let's not forget the people-to-people ties. Strengthening diaspora ties and encouraging cultural exchanges can help rebuild trust. After all, it's the people who make a nation, not just its leaders. The diplomatic row between India and Canada is a significant challenge, but both countries stand to benefit immensely from restoring trust and cooperation. By addressing core issues related to extremism and diplomacy, they can work towards stabilizing ties for mutual benefit. Isn't it ironic that in a globalized world where borders are supposed to blur, such incidents can draw them more distinctly? But perhaps these challenges serve as reminders that the human endeavor for peace and cooperation is always a work in progress. Let's dive into another tricky situation that's been heating up lately: tensions between North and South Korea. These two neighbors have always had a rocky relationship, but things are getting particularly intense now, with North Korea taking a more aggressive stance. First, a bit of history to set the stage. Korea was under Japanese control from 1910 to 1945. After Japan's defeat in World War II, Korea was split along the 38th parallel, with the Soviet Union controlling the North and the United States controlling the South. The Korean War broke out in 1950 when North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union, invaded South Korea. The war ended in 1953 with an armistice, creating the demilitarized zone, but no formal peace treaty was ever signed. North Korea has been pursuing nuclear weapons, leading to international sanctions. This has been a huge point of contention and a major factor in the ongoing tensions. In the present day, North Korea has ramped up its nuclear program, conducting multiple missile tests and fortifying its borders. Despite previous peace talks, North Korea declared South Korea as its primary foe in 2024, dashing any hopes for reunification. They have also withdrawn from the Non-Proliferation Treaty and tested nuclear weapons multiple times. Now, let's talk about the international implications. The rising tensions in the Korean Peninsula coincide with other global conflicts, such as the Russia-Ukraine and Israel-Palestine situations. Key stakeholders in the Korean Peninsula, including the United States, China, and Russia, are involved in a broader strategic competition, which makes the situation even more complex. While a major conflict might be avoided due to alliances and nuclear deterrence, incidents or skirmishes are very possible. North Korea's ties with China and Russia and South Korea's alignment with the United States add layers of complexity to the ongoing global conflicts. India's stance in this whole situation is quite interesting. India opposes North Korean nuclear tests but has maintained a neutral stance on sanctions. India also maintains diplomatic ties with both Koreas. Back in 1953, India played a significant role in the ceasefire and helped negotiate peace. India has a special strategic partnership with South Korea, playing a role in South Korea's southern policy and India's Act East policy. India also has diplomatic relations with North Korea. Looking ahead, the key steps involve diplomatic engagement. Both Koreas need to resume dialogue to reduce military tensions and avoid further escalation. International cooperation is crucial. Leveraging diplomatic ties with major players like China, Russia, and the United States can help mediate peace. Reviving international talks on North Korea's denuclearization is also essential. In conclusion, North and South Korea remain in a delicate and volatile situation, with military tensions rising. A sustained diplomatic effort is crucial for reducing hostility and avoiding a potential conflict. India can play a supportive role in maintaining regional stability. Isn't it ironic how borders and divisions created by geopolitical maneuverings continue to shape our world? It's like history echoing through time, reminding us that the quest for peace and stability is never straightforward. So next, what is the big deal with the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance? Well, it is one of the most extensive intelligence sharing networks in the world. This alliance includes 5 English-speaking countries: Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. It is a multilateral intelligence sharing network with a primary focus on surveillance and signals intelligence, also known as SIGINT. The information shared among these countries is highly classified and is marked as secret. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, United States eyes only, which is where the alliance gets its name. The alliance has quite the history. It evolved during World War II to counter the Soviet threat during the Cold War. The United States and the United Kingdom initially collaborated after breaking German and Japanese codes, which was a significant feat at that time. The formal formation of this intelligence sharing partnership came in 1946 with the Brussels Agreement, now known as the United Kingdom-United States of America Agreement, between the United States and the United Kingdom. Initially, the focus was on signals intelligence like radio and satellite communications. Soon after, the alliance expanded. Canada joined in 1948, followed by Australia and New Zealand in 1956, making it the 5-nation alliance we know today. The scope of the alliance is quite vast. It covers 6 key areas, including traffic analysis, cryptanalysis, decryption, and the acquisition of communication-related information. This makes the Five Eyes Alliance crucial in modern global surveillance and intelligence operations. Now, let us talk about the recent context. The United Kingdom has recently declared its confidence in Ottawa's judicial process, which is investigating the alleged involvement of Indian diplomats in the killing of a pro-Khalistan preacher in 2023. This endorsement is significant, considering the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance's role in global surveillance and intelligence sharing. It adds weight to the investigation and underscores the importance of maintaining transparency and trust in international relations. The Five Eyes Alliance is not just a network of countries sharing intelligence, it is a testament to the power of collaboration and trust among these nations. It shows how countries can come together to address common threats and challenges, even as new global conflicts arise and the geopolitical landscape evolves. Let's delve into a significant chapter in history, the Battle of Walong, which is being commemorated with a series of events by the Army to mark its 62nd anniversary. The Battle of Walong took place in Walong, near the McMahon-Hun line, a critical battleground during the 1962 Sino-Indian War. The Indian forces involved included the 11th Infantry Brigade, comprising the 4th Sikh 6th Kuman, and the 3rd Battalion of the 3 Gorkha Rifles, defending Walong with about 800 men. On October 21, 1962, over 4,000 Chinese troops launched an offensive. Despite having limited resources, the Indian forces resisted valiantly for 27 days. They skillfully used the terrain to set up ambushes and defensive positions, effectively slowing the Chinese advance. Ultimately, the Indian forces had to withdraw on November 16, 1962. However, they inflicted heavy casualties on the Chinese and significantly delayed their progress. This defense was crucial as it forced China to divert additional troops from Tong, showcasing India's bravery and resilience in what was its only counterattack during the war. This battle is significant not only for its strategic implications but also for the courage and determination demonstrated by the Indian forces. It serves as a poignant reminder of their sacrifice and valor. So what are the recent recommendations by the Drugs Technical Advisory Board? The board has suggested that all antibiotics should fall under the category of new drugs. This means that the manufacturing, marketing, and sale of antibiotics will need to be more strictly documented and regulated. Manufacturing and marketing approvals for antibiotics will require clearance from the union government rather than state authorities. This centralizes the control and ensures uniform regulation across the country. Moreover, antibiotics will only be available with a valid prescription. This is a significant move to curb over-the-counter purchases and the indiscriminate use of antibiotics, which has been a major factor in the rise of antimicrobial resistance. To further improve public awareness, antibiotic packaging will have a blue strip or box added to it, distinguishing antimicrobial products clearly. Why is this focus on antimicrobial resistance so important? Well, antimicrobial resistance is a growing problem in India, where common infections like urinary tract infections, pneumonia, and typhoid are becoming resistant to standard treatments. By reducing the misuse of antibiotics, we can help slow down the rise of drug-resistant infections. The Drugs Technical Advisory Board plays a pivotal role here. It is the highest statutory body for advising on technical drug-related matters in India. Established under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940, the board is part of the Central Drug Standard Control Organization and operates under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Its functions include advising the central and state governments on technical matters related to the administration of the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, along with performing other assigned functions under the Act. This move is significant for several reasons. First, it helps curb antimicrobial resistance by reducing the misuse of antibiotics. Secondly, bringing antibiotics under central control ensures uniform regulation across the country. And lastly, mandatory prescriptions and labeling aim to safeguard public health by preventing self-medication and misuse. Isn't it fascinating how a few regulatory changes can have such a profound impact on public health? It really underscores the importance of thoughtful policy making in tackling global health challenges. Next, let's talk about an exciting development from Kaziranga National Park in Assam. Known for its famous one-horned rhinoceros, Kaziranga has now earned recognition as the second largest butterfly diversity hub in India, following Namdapha National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. First off, let's dive into the butterflies of Kaziranga. The park is now home to 446 butterfly species, making it the second most diverse butterfly hub in the country. Recently, 18 new species have been documented, including Burmese three-ring, glassy cerulean, and peacock okplu. To raise awareness about this incredible diversity, the first ever Butterfly Conservation Meet 2024 was held, highlighting the importance of butterfly conservation. Now about Kaziranga National Park itself. Located in the Golaghat and Nagan districts of Assam, Kaziranga was declared a national park in 1974 and later became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It houses 2/3 of the world's one-horned rhinoceros population. But it's not just about the rhinos. The park is home to a variety of fauna, including Royal Bengal tigers, leopards, capped langurs, and migratory birds. The park is characterized by its tall elephant grass, water lilies, and wet alluvial grasslands. In terms of flora and fauna, Kaziranga is famous for its elephant grasses, rattan cane, and aquatic plants like water hyacinths. It also hosts important species like the Bengal florican and the western hulak gibbon, India's only ape species. The park's ecological importance cannot be overstated. It is the largest undisturbed area in the Brahmaputra Valley floodplains, offering critical habitats for a diverse range of wildlife. Isn't it amazing how much diversity and beauty Kaziranga holds, beyond its already renowned one-horned rhinos? It's a reminder of the incredible biodiversity our world has to offer and the importance of conservation efforts to protect it. Next up, let's dive into some exciting developments in particle physics, specifically the Jiangmen Underground Neutrino Observatory in China and its implications for the study of neutrinos. The Jiangmen Underground Neutrino Observatory, commonly known as JUNO, is set to begin operations in 2025. This observatory is located 700 meters underground in China's Guangdong province. Its purpose is to detect neutrinos emitted by nearby nuclear power plants, the Sun and Earth's mantle. The detector is a massive 600 metric ton spherical apparatus equipped with thousands of light-detecting tubes. Expected to start operations in late 2025, JUNO is a collaboration involving scientists from France, Germany, Italy, Russia, and the United States. Its goal is to surpass similar projects in the United States and Europe in terms of neutrino research. So what exactly are neutrinos? Neutrinos are elementary particles produced in high-energy processes like nuclear reactions in stars. They are notoriously hard to detect because they rarely interact with matter due to their lack of electrical charge. Neutrinos are produced by stars, supernovae, and on Earth in nuclear reactors and accelerators. Studying neutrinos is crucial for understanding processes in the Sun, the formation of the universe, and Earth's interior. The future applications of neutrino research could revolutionize fields like astronomy and medical imaging, and even offer potential for long-distance communication via neutrinos. Now let's talk about the Indian Neutrino Observatory. The proposal for this observatory was conceived in 2005, aiming to study neutrinos using a detector under Tamil Nadu's Bodhi West Hills. The Indian government initially funded the project with Rs 1,500 crore. The project received clearance from the Ministry of Environment in 2018. However, it faces significant challenges due to environmental concerns, including its location in a tiger corridor and potential impact on the local ecology. As a result, construction has stalled due to opposition from environmentalists and the local government, with no significant progress to date. Isn't it fascinating how these observatories are set to uncover fundamental mysteries of particle physics? They are a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge, even in the face of challenges. Next, let's talk about a significant update from the Indian government regarding minimum support prices, or MSP, for 6 rabi crops for the 2025 to 2026 marketing season. This recent revision impacts wheat, rapeseed and mustard, lentil, mazo, barley, gram and safflower. So what is the minimum support price? MSP is the guaranteed price paid to farmers for their produce when purchased by the government, ensuring they receive a minimum income. The MSP is recommended by the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices based on factors like cost of production, demand and supply, and market trends. The final decision on MSP is made by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is chaired by the Prime Minister. MSP is announced for 22 crops, including 14 kharif crops, 6 rabi crops, and 2 commercial crops. There is also a fair remunerative price set for sugarcane. The Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices uses 3 types of cost projections to determine MSP. The Year 2 cost includes paid-out costs for inputs like seeds, labor, and fertilizers. The Year 2 plus Florida cost includes unpaid family labor. The C2 cost is a comprehensive cost that includes rent and capital interest, which is used as a benchmark reference. Since the budget of 201,819, the MSP is set at 1.5 times the All India weighted average cost of production, ensuring that farmers receive fair returns for their produce. This move to increase MSP for rabi crops is significant in addressing the financial needs of farmers and ensuring their livelihoods are protected. It's a step towards supporting the agricultural sector and stabilizing the income for farmers across the country. Isn't it fascinating how policy decisions like these can have a direct impact on the lives of farmers and the agricultural economy? It truly highlights the importance of thoughtful governance in addressing the needs of the agricultural community. Finally, let's talk about a recent and controversial migration deal between Italy and Albania and how it's being implemented. In November 2022, Italy's far-right Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, and Albanian Prime Minister, Edi Rama, signed a pact to manage the asylum claims of migrants. Under this agreement, migrants intercepted at sea are sent to Albania, where their asylum claims are processed. Here's how it works. The criteria for screening stipulate that only men from safe countries such as Bangladesh and Egypt are sent to Albania. On the other hand, vulnerable individuals, including women, children, and men with illnesses or signs of torture, are taken to Italy. Let's talk about the places involved in this process. Shenzhen is the port where intercepted migrants arrive in Albania. Jeddah, a former Albanian Air Force site, is used to hold migrants while their asylum claims are processed. Lampedusa, a southern Italian island, is where vulnerable migrants are taken after screening. This pact is part of broader efforts to handle the flow of migrants in a controlled manner. Yet, it's not without its controversies and complexities, especially given the specific screening criteria and the roles played by both countries. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth analyses and updates on current affairs. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed. This is Subham Pradhan, signing off.